Between 8 and 18, the influence of unattended ancestral, their spirit or their memory plays havoc. Do not underestimate the dead, they will try to live through you. Your life is wasted, that is, you will not be a fresh life. Mahalaya Amavasya is also seen as a time when our respects, regards and obeisance be paid to our ancestors. What is the significance of ancestors? They're dead, why should we bother about them? Well, the problem is who you are right now only because of our forefathers. What they learned, what they knew, their skills, their technologies, their sense of life. We have imbibed all of it knowingly or unknowingly, every one of us. At the same time, if you let them live too strong within you, you won't have a life of your own. Because then, do not underestimate the dead, they will try to live through you. This is why so much care was taken, not in any one culture, across cultures everywhere in the world. Certain things were done when people died, so that they don't try to live through you too strongly. Because if they live through you too strongly, your life is wasted. That is, you will not be a fresh life. You will be sort of a carbon copy of an old life. The very way you sit and stand You may not understand this in the beginning of your life. When you were 18, 20, you thought you're definitely not going to be like your father or your mother, that's the last thing you want to be. You know, I'm talking about the free spirits. But by the time you're 45, you sit like them, you stand like them, you talk like them, you know. Unknowingly, even your body moves like them. So every culture always took care to distance themselves from the dead in so many different ways. In India, we developed elaborate methodologies, chose times when we can do maximum in this direction, so that year on year, we create more and more distance. So this is a time of the year which is referred to as the Pitru Paksha. That means this is a time to attend to your ancestors. You may know them, you may not know them. Up to 12 generations of people are usually attended to so that they don't try to live through you. You distance yourself genetically from them so that this life operates and organizes itself as a fresh life, as a new possibility, that it doesn't become a repetition of the past. So this… we are right now at this time, Mahalaya Amavasya. In the yoga center, I think anywhere between 20 to 25,000 people will do the necessary processes to distance themselves from their ancestors. They may be dead long time ago. How we handle the dead has substantial relevance to one's life. Both positives and negatives, if it become very strong influence upon your life, they turn into a negative process. It may be positive, but if it becomes a very strong influence, then it becomes negative because whatever your I'm only going 7, okay? Mahalaya Amavasya we're going to 12, but… So, generations of people that we have lost, probably we do not know them, we don't know their names, we have not even seen their pictures, but they're living through us. So whatever learnings they had 7 or 12 generations ago, if it plays out too strongly, you will become irrelevant to today's life. Especially societies which don't handle their dead properly. Adolescents, from 0 to 8 years of age, children generally have a kind of a protection and an immunity from the ancestors. They be their own thing. But between 8 and 18, the influence of unattended ancestral, for lack of words I'm using, their spirit or their memory plays havoc with adolescents. So a society where adolescents suffer most, it's the best part of your life in many ways, but they suffer most, that society, you must know, has not attended to its dead properly. So this is the time of the year where even if we have not done something in the past, everybody makes an attempt to deal with the ancestral dead so that their influence is limited in our lives. We appreciate who they were, we appreciate their contributions, we have this kind of body, this kind of brain, this kind of learning, this kind of whatever. In all that they have a role, we appreciate that. At the same time, we want them to stand a little away from us so that we can live our own lives. This is important.
Mahalaya Amavsya and Pitru Paksha hold immense spiritual significance in Hindu culture, serving a dedicated time to honor and pay homage to one's ancestors. This 16-day period typically falling in Hindu month of Bhadrapada, September or October, culminate on Mahalaya Amavsya, a new moon day considered highly auspicious for performing rituals that seek to provide peace and salvation to departed souls. According to Hindu beliefs, during Pitru Paksha, the spirits of ancestors come closer to the earthly realms. It is believed that these souls yearn for blessings and offering from their living descendants to attain moksha, liberation from the cycle of life and death. By performing these rituals of Shraddha and Tarpan, one expresses gratitude to their forefathers and help them progress on their spiritual journey in afterlife. The concept of Pitru, debt to ancestors, is deeply ingrained in Hindu tradition. It is believed that each person is in debt to their ancestors for giving them life and shaping their destiny. This debt is not material but spiritual, and honoring one's ancestors during Pitru Paksha helps balance this karmic responsibility. The performance of rituals during Mahalaya Amavsya is seen as fulfilling these obligations. The core practices during this period include Tarpan, offering water mixed with sesame seed to the ancestors, symbolizing nourishment of their souls. Shraddha, performing special rituals involving offering pindas, rice ball and prayers in memory of ancestors. Feeding the poor and animals, feeding Brahmins, the poor and animals such as crows and cows who are believed to represent ancestors' soul. Avoiding auspicious activities like wedding and new beginning during Pitru Paksha, underscoring the period's focus on reflection, simplicity and reverence for the past.